Hey everyone, Brandon from Goalorious, where we focus on goals, gains, and giveaways. Today I'm going to talk about the benefits of cryptocurrency. But before we jump into that, I wanted to say I do a $100 weekly crypto giveaway for all my subscribers. So click the link in the description for more information. So the reason I wanted to make this video today was because I know a lot of people are worried and scared and their portfolio is going down. I mean, mine's going down as well. It seemed like you guys. And I think a lot of people are just, not unsure about crypto. Was it a good investment? Whether you've invested a couple years ago or you just recently invested in it. I've been hearing a lot from friends and family that they're worried and they felt like they made a mistake. But I really think we need to all take a step back, figure out why we got into cryptocurrency in the first place, and then look at to see what we invested in and whether we believe in those things long term. So I'm just going to jump right into it. And again, always do your own research and figure out, what the project you're investing in, why you invested in it, and just overall why you got into crypto in the first place, and whether your portfolio is balanced and safe. Obviously, if your portfolio is in a lot of new coins and things like that, that might not be the safest. But again, I think everyone has their own different levels of risk, and people should just really think about what they're putting their money into and what's the overall future for not only what they put in now, but how that's going to grow in the immediate future. So let's take a look at this. So again, I've put some images and documents together. Obviously, I'm not sure if you guys follow me on Instagram, but I do post these tidbits on there every single day. So if you want to check that out for some things about cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, upcoming projects, etc., that's Instagram/Goalorious. But I'm going to talk about some of these today. So specifically, we're going to talk about the benefits of cryptocurrency. So the first thing I had was cryptocurrency can be accessed anywhere across the globe. And the reason that this is beneficial is because, again, if you think about regular currency, fiat currency, that every country has multiple currencies and different ways to calculate it. But what's good with cryptocurrency, it could be a global thing, right? Let's say for Bitcoin, if everyone adopts it, then everyone can use and transfer Bitcoin online. It's not really that easy to transfer US dollars into whatever across the world, but obviously cryptocurrency could let you do these type of things, these transfers, etc. Obviously it's a little bit complicated with sending and receiving, making sure that you're sending the right token to the right address. But I think once people start learning and educating people on how to do it, I think that could be an easy way for people to transact and do things across the world. So I think it's really important. I think that's why you hear a lot of news articles about Bitcoin or SafeMoon trying to get small countries to adopt their currency, because I think it's important. If a small country was able to use this currency for all their transactions, then that could definitely open up to a lot of possibilities in the near future. So again, being able to access anywhere and having it be digital rather than having to deal with cards and things like that. All you need is a phone or a computer to send and receive. I think is an awesome thing that potentially it just opens up to a lot of potential, for the future. It is not under the control of any government or any single entity. Again, this is important just because of the fact that, again, we talk about being decentralized, etc., and not having the intermediary of a bank that takes fees or, I know a lot of people who end up having their money in banks and things like that. They sometimes run into issues about pulling it out, etc., and how much they want, the quantities. And I think people just want to feel safe that the money that they have is always within their reach and that no third party is holding it. Obviously, there's pros and cons to that, but the idea with crypto is that, especially in other places, and I won't name specific ones, where they feel like the government really has power over the money and they don't feel safe holding their money. I think that's a benefit, having a wallet that you have access to, hot or cold, that you have access to that you could utilize, and you just feel safe. A lot of people just feel safer having that wallet within them where they have all their money. Obviously, you can't store all your cash that you have in your bank account at home in a wallet. So having a digital wallet and a cryptocurrency to do so, I think makes that possible. And a lot of people really like that idea. It offers a cheap and fast transaction speed. Again, going back to the send and receiving of whatever cryptocurrency that you have. And I guess all these cryptocurrencies are fighting for utility. I think it's just I think it's important to people, right? Being able to transact. If someone wants to buy something, they can send it really fast and receive payment really fast. If they want to do services online, which we're in the world we live in now where everyone's at home on the computer, being able to just receive and do businesses online and not have to wait for a bank to deposit or transfer or send or what have you. I think just being able to send directly, receive directly the exact amount without having fees in the way, I think is definitely important, especially if you're trying to send money overseas. There's so many different loopholes, and depending on the countries that you're sending it to, there's like different rules and regulations. But with cryptocurrency, it makes it so that no matter where you are or where you live, you can be able to receive it as long as you know how. And then this last point with cryptocurrency can be used to buy a house, an automobile, or food. So obviously to buy a house, this isn't so widely known or widely acceptable, but it is possible. There's some stories out there like this one at Rocket Homes where they talk about buying a house with Bitcoin, a beginner's guide, where, obviously there has to be, there's not every home you could buy right now, but there's a possibility. But there's some stories of people using like BitPay, some real estate agents, and obviously some things and pros and cons of buying a house with Bitcoin, but it is possible. But like I said, it is possible to essentially do that. And there's obviously different ways and stories that you've heard, but obviously look at this article. There's several articles out there that have stories of, obviously you could use Bitcoin and then sell Bitcoin and use that as down payment. But I think that there's more and more possibilities of using a cryptocurrency. I think Bitcoin's the only one that I've heard stories of people actually buying a house with it. Obviously there's, things that are, everyone's different. Every country's different. Every place different. So I'm not saying that you can now, but the possibility is that in the future, maybe that they'll be more widely adopted. An automobile, obviously everyone hears the story of Tesla, wherever it is right now, paused or whatnot. But Elon Musk let you, for a period of time, let you buy an automobile, let you buy a Tesla with Bitcoin. So that's awesome. But obviously that has to be more widely adopted. And then something like food, you obviously hear the story of the guy who exchanged Bitcoin for pizza. But I think like as more and more people are starting to accept Bitcoin, it would just be more widely adopted. So again, that's something that could happen. But again, the benefits of cryptocurrency are still there, still early, obviously. But we really have to just wait and see how everything pans out. But again, there is still a strong use case for using cryptocurrency. I'm not even calling out a specific cryptocurrency, even though I have a Bitcoin logo, which is the most popular. But I think as more and more projects, develop and grow, and people recognize them, like something like Ethereum, maybe Cardano in the future, I think that it just opens up maybe Dogecoin in the future. I think being able to, use cryptocurrency for more things, people will see the benefit. Other things I wanted to point out besides the benefit of cryptocurrency, 3 crypto security tips, just in case those people are new to cryptocurrency. Make sure to record, so private keys and backups on paper. Every time you set up a wallet like Trust Wallet or MetaMask, they give you this phrase. Make sure that you write that down. Don't like email it to yourself or keep it online. Always write it on a piece of paper. Usually you want to like write it in 3 places. Write it down, keep it on your computer next to you in a notebook, keep it in a lockbox maybe, and then keep another piece of paper with your passcode written down, maybe in like, I was going to say like a lockbox in a different location if you have that option. Avoid leaving large sums on exchanges, so avoid this. So the example is like if there's like a exchange out there that you're not familiar with or that's new or you're just not comfortable, like don't leave like $100,000. I mean, again, everyone can do what they want, but this is kind of a best practice. You want it closer to you. So obviously owning a wallet, like a cold or hot wallet, and having it closer to you, we have access to it versus leaving on an exchange that could be susceptible to like what happens if it shuts down or the website just like goes down for a bit and you want access to your funds. You want to be able to, it's okay to leave some money on exchanges and I leave some money on exchanges, but nothing like exorbitant amount of money. I don't keep all my crypto in an exchange. Like I said, it's good to have it on the exchange sometimes because some portion, because if you want to exchange, etc. But leaving all your whole entire, in one specific exchange, especially that you're not familiar with, I don't think is the best idea. And then use a hardware wallet such as a Trezor or Ledger. Again, these look like kind of like USBs, but essentially you use these as a way to store your cryptocurrency, right? Obviously keep it safe, etc. We've heard the horror stories of people keeping their Bitcoin in hard drives that they lost. Obviously having a Trezor or a Ledger, in a place that you know is safe and secure, in your home, in a lockbox, I think is kind of a best practice. And the last thing I want to talk about is how to invest your money in the crypto space in 2021. And this is just like kind of like a best practice. I'm not saying do these things, but based off some research, what people have been saying and what people have been doing, there's more than just simply trading. Trading is actually only 20%. That's like buying and selling. Obviously, you're taxed on that, but again, not financial advice. But the idea is that, buying the dip, selling might be good during some points. Holding, simply just holding, like buying, some long-term investments like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano that you think is going to do well future, and just literally holding on to it for a year or 2 year. You just expect to do that. And then obviously mining, 40%. Like I said, if you want to do this, a lot of people make good money off this, is just mine for Bitcoin or mine for Ethereum. Obviously, it takes like a really good computer and a lot of energy to do this, but if you have the technical know-how and the equipment to mine, it can be very lucrative. And the last thing is staking, where the example that I want to use is simple. On Coinbase, they now let you stake Ethereum as Ethereum 2, and you get a 6% APR. So the idea of staking is leaving it somewhere to stake, and to eventually it'll just grow and you get 6% APR. Specifically Ethereum, there's websites out there called like BlockFi, etc., where you could stake Bitcoin. But the idea is like you're staking some of your cryptocurrency, and it just leaves it there, and you're just gathering interest on it for leaving there. In the case of Ethereum 2 and Coinbase, you can't actually trade it or sell it, so keep that in mind. But I do think it's an easy way, if you're planning to hold it anyways, to keep it there and get some extra for essentially doing nothing. But that's all I want to talk about today. Again, crypto I think is still very early on. I do feel like there's still a lot of potential. I don't think people should get down even though the market's down. I think there's still a lot of things to look forward to. I think there's going to be great things coming in cryptocurrency. Again, do your own research, figure out what's best for you and how you manage your risk. But for me, I'm still holding on to everything. I want to make sure I believe in all these projects, and I just really want to see where this goes. I'm always talking about new projects that I'm interested in, and just have to be safe and smart with our money. And it's okay to diversify. Maybe you shouldn't put everything in cryptocurrency, but I do think it's a strong investment, and it will be for many years to come. So let me know in the comments what you think about crypto right now, whether your feelings hot, cold, or warm. But thanks everyone for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.